Do you think that you are neglecting yourself in a way?
No.
Not at all?
No.
Do you think that this stems from, like, going back to the trauma aspect, to where you try to escape sex and you don't really involve yourself personally, so you're not putting your energy into it, so now it's like you're neglecting the energy that you can give into him because you're neglecting yourself, and when you neglect yourself, you neglect him as well.
Oh, yeah, that was good.
Welcome to the 4th episode of Blunt Josh. You know what time it is. It's time to get blunt! Thank you for joining us on a new episode. I'm happy to have you here. We are here to inspire, to motivate, to empower, to level up your sex life by having engaging conversations so that we could take things to the next level and untaboo the taboo. Y'all ready for that?
For sure.
All right, so I'm Anicia Jane. Some of y'all know me. That's the artist, the model, the actress, or whatever. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
What it be like, world? It's your main man, Mighty. I am actor, music artist as well, and aspiring model. So I'm taking notes from her.
My name is Eris. I am a soon-to-be truck driver.
And I'm Sheena. I'm just regular.
And this is Superman Barnes, aka Blunt Josh, and I'm here to try to empower everybody and build a community to where we are creating healthy conversations so we could better each other's life. And I'm so happy to have these people here because this is such a diverse match of people, and I love it so much.
So dope.
So this episode is going to be interesting. It's literally about relationships and sex and the sexual chemistry and situations that relationships go through, and to see how people handle things differently. And then you know me, I'll just bring it back to home and create the message between it. But they about to get blunt. So my first question for you guys: what role does sex play in your relationship? Let's start with you.
Oh, you got this one, babe. I'm still thinking.
What? You serious?
Go ahead.
Y'all wanna?
Okay. This is strange because she has the higher drive.
That's true.
So how do you not answer this question?
Because I like to be detailed. Go ahead.
So I would say it plays a very large role. And I think that's how it should be with any relationship. But as far as in regards to ours, it's a balancer for what I've seen as of late. It's a balancer. Like we could really be get into about something, chill out for a little bit and be like, come here.
Let's go.
It's a balancer, man. And it's the highest form of intimacy. So I mean to be able to show my partner that how much I love them, how much I appreciate them, even after we just got into it. It's a real balancer.
Love that.
Yeah.
What would you say?
Shut up, Paris.
My time has come.
But no, I would say for me at least, it's a very intimate thing, and it's something that I take very seriously because this is something that I do with my wife, and it brings me closer to her. And that's how I show my love. It's like I love physical touch. So when I have sex with her, it's like, I'm basically making myself extremely vulnerable with you, and it means a lot to me. So that's the role that it plays in me.
The way she was looking at you while she was talking.
Yeah.
So which one of you ladies want to go next?
I'll go.
Okay.
Oh.
So what sex means to me is really finding that point where you guys can be open with each other. There's absolutely nothing that I won't do. I'm a pleaser. So even stuff that he hasn't done or is thinking about, or even that I'm thinking about, I literally don't want to have limits with my partner. I feel like that brings us closer. I feel like when we take the time to discuss things and we don't judge each other, it makes it more special. So I have like a new level of like respect and love for him when we actually can step out of our comfort zone with each other and not be like, oh God, like, yeah, I can't do that. No, like I'm someone who like, I have to test things and I've always been like that. So if I test something, how do I know if I don't like it?
Yeah.
Like that answer.
Word. What you got, Sheena?
All I'm gonna say is I'm here for a good time, not a long time.
Like a true pimp. Like a true pimp.
And I think that for me personally, when it comes to our relationship, that's where babies come from. And that's where baby comes from. We have 2 together, and then 1 each from previous relationships.
Okay.
Oh.
And so we both had our first child in our previous relationship around the same age. And then once we got together, within a year,
You had your own.
yeah.
Nice.
Hold on. Definitely some years in.
Was it years in?
Before
Was
we
it
had,
years or a year?
She didn't say you lying.
because we got together in 2017.
And I got pregnant in 2018.
How old is my kid?
Stay
Never mind it. Scratch it.
Like that is a year.
Bring it back.
Aaron said, edit that part out. We're gonna take that part out.
We gonna keep it.
There's not too many. All I'm going to say is
That is a year.
we met in 2017, quickly got into our relationship. Before we even hit our 1-year anniversary, I was pregnant with our daughter.
Oh wow.
And for me, of course you don't remember. He has a bad memory.
Stay off the weed.
I have a great memory.
Smoke.
Oh, damn.
And that doesn't make it any better. But I'll say for me, I felt like once I met him, I knew he was the one.
Yes.
It wasn't a situation where it was kind of like I'm on the fence or I don't know. Like it was immediate. It was like I met him. We talked for a little bit. I actually flew him from his hometown.
You got flued out?
Hey,
He got
flued out. What?
Definitely got flued out.
You know it's real.
I've been to the wedding. I've been to the family's functions. I've been working out with them. I never knew he got flued out.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that until
Okay.
now.
Yeah.
You don't think about nothing, Aaron.
No.
You don't think about nothing, bro.
Nope.
It's a long day.
So like the story of our beginning is it's not a long story. I won't
It's a
get
crazy
into
story.
too many details, but I will say that I feel like Eris and I were predestined to be together.
Ooh.
I feel that.
I knew his mom before I met him.
Interesting.
We run in the same circle of friends. We have the same mutual friends. We'd be in the same place at the same time, didn't know it. He would live on this block. I lived on the block right behind him for years. Didn't know it. And then a mutual friend's like, hey, like add my homeboy to this Facebook group.
And that's where the stalking
And
began.
that's how it started.
Wow.
And every 2 years, something would happen. 2017, we met.
Okay.
2019, we had our daughter. 2021, we got married.
Huh.
The ironic thing also, we're 2 years, 2 months, and 2 days apart.
Wow.
So when
That story.
it's
I
the
love it.
twilight zone. So I say that although we've had our ups and downs, a lot of downs, a lot of ups,
There you go.
just our life together is becoming more and more of a beautiful thing.
And how has sex played its role in that?
All these babies. No, but honestly, it's that time to connect with each other on a deeper level than just how was your day? Did you have a good day at work? No, he didn't have a good day at work. I didn't have a good day at work.
He did not. He did not.
But
I know what can
overall,
make it better.
it's a time for us to come together without having to worry about everything on the outside.
See, I love all that. I love what everybody said because sex means different things to different people, and it all comes back to just connection. Like sex is a form of connection that we utilize, and it's one of the highest vibrations that we as human beings can experience with each other. Like I'm vibrating into you, you're vibrating into me, and depending on the energy that I'm bringing can influence your life, can impact your life, can infect your life, and it could be better Sometimes it can be worse, which is why we got to be careful who we have sex with. But when dealing with relationships, it's a beautiful thing because of the fact that it can enhance romance. It can enhance communication. When it's present and talked about and done healthy, it can make your relationship like it's on cloud nine. When it's absent and it's not there and it's desired, it can make you feel as if you're on the brink of death. So
Don't die, y'all. Don't die.
So sex is important in relationships on a dynamic portion. I think that there's many gates to a relationship, and of course, it's not the only gate for you to reach the person's heart, but it's still a gate. And if it's not there, then you're never going to get to that person's heart fully because of the fact that you're not opening that gate up. And I love the fact that you said that you have no limits to it, because that means your floodgates is all the way open. It's like, whatever you want from me, I'm here. I am your pleaser. I am here to please your body. I have a kink. And I just realized I have a kink, and it's to please. I'm a pleaser as well. And I just want to see the person that I'm having pleasure with be pleased. I want to entice them. I want to enhance them. I want to embrace them. I want to caress them. I want everything to them because of the fact that's just who I am. And when you have that type of energy, even though not everybody have that type of energy, but when you have that type of energy, you really bring that person life.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
So, second question. How has it been trying to align your sexual energy together?
I'll answer this one first.
Miss Ducked Off Sheena over there is like, yeah, let me take
I got
this
this
one.
one.
It's been very hard. No pun intended. Like, so I'll say, like, as a person that has had past traumatic experiences, and also coupling with somebody who doesn't have as much sexual experience, it's been very challenging because 20-year-old me is not 30-year-old me. I don't have the same energy that I had at 22, 24, 25 to go out to Mill Avenue, have a good time doing anything and whatever, getting drunk, partying, going to work 2 hours after the club closes. Absolutely not. And so trying to find and build upon the things that I like, trying to find the things that he likes is very hard because it's like, I don't want to do that. I used to do that. This wasn't a good experience for me. But he's not those people. He's not that person. And so you have to learn how to open up and be honest with your partner about those traumatic things. Therapy works.
I was going to ask you, do you feel as if you have trauma in certain departments within the sexual realm?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And I feel like that plays a huge part in the failure of having a healthy sexual life with your partner. Because if I have this trauma from a past relationship that I haven't dealt with especially, that's going to trickle down into my current relationship, which it has.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Eris and I have been together for
7
years. For 7 years. This is my longest relationship I've ever had in my life with another person. And so for me, it's like having to learn that he's not that person that did this thing to me.
Yeah.
He's not those people that cheated on me. He's not those people that lied to me, that enlisted me into their side chick army.
Enlisted.
chick army.
I was
Enlisted.
unknowingly enlisted into the side chick army many times. And so he's not that person. And I feel like once I started going to therapy regularly, once I started taking care of my mental health regularly, and also making amends with certain people in my life that I felt ruined me, I came back from my birthday trip, and I think he'll agree, a completely different woman.
That's vile, did you say it?
Perfect.
That part.
It was not the bombastic side eye.
No.
Because it was just a release of everything.
Awesome.
And you don't realize how much anger and animosity you hold in until you really let it out. And to be able to do that in a completely different place I've never been in, around people I've never met before, and to just let the tears flow and to just hear the truth and hear the other side of the story. I came back home and I told him straight up. I was like, look, one thing that I've realized is that every person I've ever loved before you was like my father. You're the only one who put me in a place where I didn't feel like I had to fight you to get you to love me. You love me because you chose to love me. Love is a choice. People say, no, well, if a person chooses to love you, they can choose not to. But the key is to choose to love that person every day. I have not, absolutely have not been a lovable person for a very long time.
Come on.
I love this whole
And
dialogue.
this is the
I love
therapy
this whole
meeting.
dialogue.
Real rap. Real rap.
This is the real good therapy that I've been having because there's the accountability part of it. He's done things to hurt me. Absolutely. I'm very sensitive.
Yeah.
He's done a lot to hurt me.
That's
And
right.
it may not have been like a big thing, like going out, running off with some other girl, cheating on me, having a baby. Look,
I think
I don't blame Wendy Williams, but I will say though, I'm in a place now mentally, emotionally, spiritually, where I feel like I can genuinely love him now. I didn't feel that before my birthday. Now I feel like I can genuinely open up and love him properly and also accept the love that he's been trying to give me for the last 7 years.
Nice.
I love this completely, and I gotta get into it.
My 2 cents is free.
Because from the moment that she was able to remove the clutter out of her life, that's when she had a pathway to Aries. She wasn't able to get to him because there was a lot of things that she had to deal with, and it wasn't his responsibility for him to remove that package. Sometimes we put responsibilities on our partners and make them feel as if they're supposed to be God over our life when they're not able to pick up the things that we're supposed to be picking up. It's like Thor's hammer. Everybody can't pick up Thor's hammer. You have Thor's hammer. You have the issues, and you have to learn how to pick it up and throw it. Like, you are the hero of your life, and if you learn how to pick up the things that you need to pick up, then you have the full authority to take out anything that you don't want so that you can love the man that's been loving you for this whole time. I was there when y'all got married. I was there when I did that photo shoot, and y'all are a beautiful couple with a beautiful family. But when there's issues there, things can look ugly. Things can get hideous. Things can have issues. And even to the point to where if you don't take care of that for too long, it can interrupt and even close your relationship up for good. It has to be somebody that's within that relationship or within your own life, aka you or me or her, that have to say, I decided to marry this person. It is my responsibility to do everything I possibly can until the day I die to make sure that he know or she know that I love that person. So if I said I do, that means my sex game go get better. My communication game go get better. My depth of thought gonna get better. Everything's gonna grow within me so that when I approach you, you know that I'm here, I'm present. And I think that a lot of people are not present within the relationship, and that's where sex mess up. Because if you're not present and you're dealing with issues and it's like stressing you out to the point to where you can't really get hard or get wet for your partner, then who suffers? Your partner. Now the same person that's loving you now has to suffer because of the fact that you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. So the fact that you are able to take personal responsibility, I love it with so much passion because a lot of people need to hear it. A lot of people need to hear it. So who else want to go on that next question? Because you high five. That's the whole podcast.
Golly, that was amazing.
Man. So
And one thing I do want to add too is that because I've been able to make amends with my father, it's been able, like, that has been able to propel me to make amends with other people in my life that I feel like have wronged me. Because I am not a forgiving person. I hold grudges and I'm very vindictive. Ask him, I'm petty. I am so petty. I'll do anything to feel like I'm getting back at you. But at the end of the day, I'm hurting myself.
Yeah.
And to let that go and to forgive him and forgive my parents and just be free, I genuinely know what it feels like to be happy. And I never knew that before.
ask you this, and then I want to go to you. So how does it feel to be free now in this place versus 2 years ago when you was fighting against? And try to keep it around like 2-3 minutes.
Yeah, I'll keep it 30 seconds. All I have to say is the weight, like it's a physical weight.
Wow.
And sitting there talking with my dad about everything, I literally felt lighter. I've been working out. I've been taking care of myself, eating healthier. Everybody sees it in my face. I'm like, thank you.
He's been bragging about you for a while now. Like every time when I come around, I'm like, she done been doing good. She be motivating me. She be inspiring me. She be working out. She be anywhere. I'm like, where's she gonna join the group then?
Look, my glutes are still hurting.
When you gonna join the group though?
Whenever you add me back.
Okay.
Because I know I was
Whenever you add me back.
I know I was slacking.
Dang.
But yeah, it's just once you free yourself, you can be free with the person that you love.
Yes.
And then it's like you open up the ability to start loving yourself more. And that's exactly what all that comes is.
And I love myself a lot more now than I did 2 years ago.
There you go.
And you can't love somebody if you don't have love within yourself. You can't give somebody something that you don't have. So, Anicia, you actually dealt with something similar, but on the opposite end. So, tell me your situation with that and how it came to be what it came to be.
So, and we were just talking about this before we left the house, actually. And so I was in a situation where it was like I was not being loved on by my partner. And this was for like 7 years. So as I wasn't being loved properly, it was like really no sexual anything, no intimacy. And what that did was that took a lot of love away from myself. I spent a lot of time just kind of trying to convince everybody else that I was happy. But at home, I was like this dark cloud was over me all the time. And so I really just felt like, man, like, and people say this, there's no good men left. Now, did I believe that? No, but is that how I felt? I was like, yeah, because I'm a pleaser. I'm a lover. I'm very affectionate. So when I'm doing all these right things for someone and I'm not getting that back, I don't understand it. I don't know how to process that. So when I met Mighty, it was kind of hard for me at first because I didn't understand the way he was towards me. Did I appreciate it? Yes, but I was like, there's a catch. What's going on? You know, like, why
What's
is
the
he
bottom
so
line, nigga?
Yeah, why is he so nice? You know, holding doors open for me. I never experienced that. Helping me with my shoes. I've never experienced that. Pulling out my chair. Never. So a lot of the stuff that he was thoughtful and considerate about, I had never experienced that. So there were times where I was like, I'm kind of waiting for him to, where's his true colors at? You know, like, let me get past this period of time. So I gave it like a few months and I'm like, I should start seeing it anytime now. And you know, yeah. And it was different because I went from not being intimate or really sexual, hardly ever for years to like, he was ready whenever I was. And I'm like, oh, I like this because, you know, my body's like, oh, I forgot what that really felt like, you know, for a while to have someone that wants you back, you know. And I'm still in therapy, by the way. I had started it 3 years ago and I'm still in it because in this relationship, I'm still getting used to things. I've been hurt a lot by just about anyone that I've been in a relationship with. And trying to see the good in him and not always look for something wrong, it has been hard sometimes. You know, I want so bad to always see the good, but in the back of your head, you know, you're always like, okay, so is he talking to someone else, or is he attracted to someone else, or why does he have so many female friends? You know, like I'm trying to, I'm digging at stuff. And I know sometimes I'm like, you're tripping, Nisi, like just, you know, chill or whatever. I know that. But do I always say that to him? No. No. Now I have apologized before, you know, and he don't get it sometimes. I'll be like, oh, you know, now we're done fighting. So, you know, you want to have sex? You want to make love? And he'll be like, I mean, now, I mean, it's hard to. And I get it. Not everybody's ready to go. But like, for me, that's like, that's probably what I really need because I'm tripping. I just need to feel love right now. I know I'm tripping,
Man. So
Yes.
you wanna?
Yeah. And sometimes that'll be it. That'll be all I need, and then we're cool after that. And I'm like, I'm working through it with my therapist because she'll be like, well, why are you always looking for something? And it's like, because I'm not used to this, and I'm used to seeing this for like some months, and then there's always something hidden. I'm like, I'm not really the type to go through phones and all that other stuff, But when you've been through situations where it's like that one time you're like, give me that phone, and then you find so much stuff. It's like, golly, like I didn't want to be this person, but I mean, here's everything that I thought you were doing is right here. Yep.
And that really just shows you how one person can really shape your mind. And that's why you see a lot of people go through 2 or 3 breakups and then they 100% hate the opposite sex. Man. Like you're judging the billions of people off of these 3 people, but it's because of the traumatic experience that you have got. So the same reason why she went through her situation and it made her close up to him, and the same reason why she was over here questioning herself because of the fact of lack of love that she was getting, and now she low-key reflected it on him in some ways. Now it's causing negativity because of the fact that you haven't gone into your bag and said, this is on me. I need to reflect. I need to heal. I need to go to therapy. I need to check myself. I need to take accountability. I need to do something because it's not always the people that I'm dealing with. Sometimes it's me. And when we get to that place in healing, that's when it really begins to heal. That's when you really put yourself in a position for you to really take control over your life and grab everything that you need from your life so that you can wield that sword and start attacking back the things that's trying to hold you back. We are anchored by so many things of our past, and until we are taking accountability and saying that they're there, because a lot of people ignore it, like, nah, that's not me. Nah, I didn't do anything. Nah, I'm not tripping. Nah, it's like you're allowing that anchor to stay. But when you are able to say,
2,000 years later.
the camera stopped, so I forgot what I was saying, so I'm not even going to front with y'all, but this is blunt. I got to be honest. I got to be real with y'all.
Because the black man.
So, when we are able to take accountability over the situations and say, I have anchors that's on me, we really put ourselves in a better position for us to navigate the next relationships. The reason why we can't find happiness most of the time is because we allow the people that have hurt us to have so much power over us that we tend to make them our God. Yeah. Like we have made the people that try to control us into our God, and we let them win every single day. When you can't say I love you to your partner, when you can't say, yeah, I'm tripping. I know you love me. Man, the way that this guy, like the relationship is beautiful. I don't see nothing wrong with that at all whatsoever. But I knew he was the one when I seen him boasting about her when she won her award for her music, and the way that he boasted about her, it was like I wanted to do a standing ovation for her. When you have a partner that's not trying to break you down on social media, but instead do everything in the power to only show the light of you, that's beautiful. Like, man. I say that the best relationships come when you are with someone that makes your life better. And if they're not making your life better, are they really supposed to be with you? Right.
Bars.
Yeah.
Bars.
So do the guys want to answer that, or do y'all want to leave it to how it was said?
I don't even remember the question.
Aaron don't remember nothing, y'all.
How has it been trying to align your sexual energy together?
Ooh, it was hard for there was like a 2-year period to where we maybe had sex maybe 3 times, and that whole year.
Oh, I was about to say, what's the time period?
And it was pretty bad. I wanted to, I do like me. Once again, I'm a people pleaser. So it would come to a point where I'm like, look, I'll just give you head, you know, at least it's something for me, you know, blah, blah. I can get off to that, you know, blah, blah. But we couldn't even do that. And it was so frustrating to the point that I was getting very angry with her. It would be to the point where I'm like it never came to my mind that she was like cheating or sleeping around. But after you watch especially now, you see so many like red pill stuff and people talking about this and talking about that and saying, well, if she's not doing that, she's doing it to somebody else because y'all married. That'll make no sense. And then in my mind, I'm like, nah, because, you know, I go to work, she go to work. That times, you know, even if she did, she have like 10 minutes, you know, how can you do that? But then it would be like little things here and there. And I just started to notice that, to me, I personally feel like it was the devil. He would just put little, like I'll be driving and it'll just be like, hey, you know, Sheena's sleeping with somebody. You should probably call her and go see. And I'm like, the hell? Whoa. And then I'll just keep driving. I'm like, whatever. I'm not going to entertain it. But it would happen so often. Like every time she would deny me, it would just further my curiosity as to why. What did I do? I didn't do anything wrong to you, you know? So like, are we arguing? Are we cool? And I'm just like, all right, you know what? And then I didn't really have anybody to, you know, talk to or console. And it just made me even more pissed off because, you know, you're sexually frustrated.
Right.
You and your partner is arguing. Y'all not doing anything. And you're just like, we're just roommates. What is the purpose of this? I'm going to work. You go to work. I sleep on this side of the bed. You sleep on that side. And that destroyed me for a while. And to the point where I was like, you know what? Whatever. I don't give a damn no more. And, you know, things got better, you know, as time progressed. I learned that I needed to put my foot down to a degree. So when I finally told her, I'm like, look, I love you, but I'm done with your crap. Either we're going to do it or we're not going to do it, you know, then I can go like it came to a point where I'm like, I don't need you, but I want you here. And this is what I've been fighting for. And this is why I want you here. And you're my wife. And this is what we do. Like that is in the commitment. Like this is what it is. And when I finally did that, you know, she got the point. She understood. Things got a little bit better, you know. It takes time. And a lot of people don't want to take that time to build up the relationship. They rather, oh, well, it's not working. Well, then I'm going to go find somebody else who will. Right. But you're just bringing that same problem to the next thing because you never solved it. And then that's when people are like, well, all men are dogs and all women is blah, blah. And I don't want to get married because the sex is gone. Right. And it happens. When you get married, the sex does die down. But
it's the kids.
It takes two to make it work. If you're both in it and you're both trying to make it work, you can do it. One can't pull the weight of the other person. You have to be on some type of path where you're doing it together. Yes. It may be times where you're not, you know, 100, and it'll be days you're 80, she's 20. You can pull that little bit of weight. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I'll be 50, she'll be, you know, 50, and you know we'll kind of tug each other. Going at the same pace, it kind of balances out. And as long as you're willing to work through that, you can get through anything. I think people just need to work on patience. And I don't want to be a Bible thumper on here, but God is literally the foundation. I don't care what you have to say about it.
Come on.
Anything that you talk about in marriage or even just a regular relationship, it's going to point back to God in some way, shape, or form. No matter how you cut it, it's going to be there. And that has definitely revived my marriage when we were hanging on a spider thread.
Nice.
Do you want to?
Man. What was the question?
How has it been trying to align your sexual energy?
Ooh, I like this question. For me, it's been very educational because there's things that I'm thinking are cool. As far as like, and the frequency of how we do it, I'm thinking it's cool, but it's different for her. It taught the way that I've like within myself have tried to help us align our sexual energies is that I'm thinking outside of myself. I'm thinking outside of me, and I got to think about, okay, her drive is a little higher than mine. That's okay. And that's great. That's cool. I'd rather you wanted too much than too little. You know what I mean? So it's been educational for me, man, because what I like is that my lady doesn't like belittle or degrade me because I'm not doing everything that she would like during that time. What she'll do is that she'll tell me. She'll just be like, babe, I would like if you did this more. I would appreciate if you did this. That's how I like to receive the criticism. I like that. I like that. Just because I was Army. You know what I mean? I'm directional. Let me know what the direction is, and I will fulfill that direction. And the fact that, because I've had experiences where it's like, oh, well, you should just know. You should just already know what I would want, and that's not the case.
And that's not realistic.
That's not realistic. We're two different people. I know me. You know what I mean? I'm learning you. And what I like is that she'll tell me what she would want me to do more, or that we should probably incorporate, because that's something that she likes. And I'm like with you on that, Josh. I love the fact that I can please her. And she's putting me on to stuff. She's putting me on to stuff that she would want to try, or things like that. And I'm like, man, I would have never thought of that. Whoa, okay. So I think for me, it was challenging at first, because I'm thinking that, oh, if it's cool for me, it's cool for you. And that's not always the case. So after thinking outside of me, it's not as challenging as it once was. So it's been a dope ride, and it's been cool. It's been super dope so far. And I think it's just being able to communicate what you would want.
Yeah.
I think that's a big thing.
Communication is definitely one of the keys to a relationship, which I'm talking about in my book, 100 Relationship, which should be done by October.
Shameless plug. Plug, y'all.
But I love everything that you two just said, because people tend to use problems as a dimension for them to escape their relationship. And the thing about relationships is that you're going to always encounter problems. And you have to decide, okay, how do I navigate this versus how do I exit from this? If you're trying to have a one-man man mentality, then you're never going to have a successful relationship, because of the simple fact that your focus on whenever you get hit is to move away. When I'm in here fighting in the ring, I need you to be fighting side by side with me. I don't care if Mike Tyson come. If I have you on my side, I'm going to knock his ass out if I have to, because I want you. But if you're...
Just pay my medical bills, baby. Shot, but
Exactly.
visit me in the hospital.
Exactly. So you have to have the mindset to keep pressing forward from problems. Communicate. It's not just with sex, it's with problems. And then if you communicate with your problems, sex becomes so much better, because now I feel open with you. And that's where that creating the safe space come in. Your partner tells you, she don't come at you disrespectfully. She says, okay, this is what I like. And this is what I would like. If you come at me, it's like the laws of effect. The laws of effect in psychology tells you that if you praise something that you're doing good, then they're going to continue to do it. But if you curse something that you don't like, they're going to stop doing it. However, if I utilize that concept in a way to where, like, oh, you know what? I love it when you do this. I love it when you do this. Why don't you try to do this as well? Then you'll be like, say less. So
It's on.
exactly. So it's a way for us to teach and learn our partners so that we can take our sex life to the next level. Communication plays a big part. And that's where we also have to understand that denying your partner from sex can play on the mental, just like forcing your partner to have sex. So that's where the dynamic of that safe space have to come in the middle, because if I'm over here trying to play tug of war with you and like, nah, I need to have sex with me. Nah, I don't want to have sex with you. And it's going to cause issues, and it's going to cause friction to where y'all just go further and further and further apart. And that's very dangerous. Sex is one of the keys to a relationship. So if you are not happy with it, it's going to play on your mind to the point to where you're going to say, should I even be in this relationship? I've been in that situation, I've been in that predicament, and I've learned little ways for me to communicate effectively. I learned the yoni massage. Yanni massage is a beautiful thing to do with your partner. It's teaching your partner how to love their body and how to communicate with their body. And I told you to do the Yanni massage before. Have you done it yet?
No.
Why haven't you done it yet? I told you to do the Yanni massage too, didn't I? Have you done it yet?
I know how to spell it.
Four letters, dog.
I don't even know what that is. You told me to do
I tried to
it.
hook y'all up. I tried to hook y'all up.
Harris ain't even here, y'all. He's outside still. He's
Oh,
outside.
here. I just don't know what all that. Like I'm very. I don't want to say childish in it, but I'm very immature.
Inexperienced.
But still,
That's the word.
I don't know what
Inexperience is the word.
that's perfectly fine for you to be immature and inexperienced in it. But the only way that you could gain experience is if you try to do the little things little by little. If you do those little things little by little, you're going to open up your sexual relationship to experiment with the big things. But if you can't do something like the Yanni massage is pretty much giving her massage while communicating to her, telling her what she need, what she like.
Dang, I mean, I gotta talk.
Yes, you got to talk. Communication.
My boy said I can't even spell it.
I want to be like.
So I'm a challenge.
Like that.
I'm a challenge these two guys to do the Yanni massage in 1 week. This video will not be up in 1 week. I'm gonna come back on the screen and tell y'all how it went. I'm gonna read to y'all what they said. So we gonna see if they're really about that life or if they just talking on this podcast.
I'm ready.
You got to. Like it's a start. It's a start. So that's a challenge, a sexual challenge.
Oh boy.
So
Sexual challenge.
next question. Is there something that your partner asked you to do that you was hesitant to do at first, but did it for them anyways? Who's gonna be the first? You don't have to be in detail if you want to, but you could talk about the experience and what it took to get there, or you could be in detail and be blunt. Your choice.
Be blunt.
So, who's first?
I want to play a game. Okay. So
I'm scared.
she had suggested doing anal sex, and
That's my dream.
I was like, yeah, I'm down. Okay. I just literally have just not gotten around to doing it. That's really it. There's no real reason. I just have not gotten around to doing it.
There's no shame in that. I recently just got into it, I would say the end of last year. So, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, there's
Everybody
no.
just did
It's
not
not
do that.
because I'm fearful or anything like that. I just really haven't really thought about it.
Oh, that's what you were sharing? I thought it was something else.
Oh my god! See, but yeah, I mean, for me, yeah, it's not that I got like a problem with it or I'm fearful or whatever. I just ain't really thought of it.
So, how was it?
No, that's the thing. We still got to experience it.
Oh, y'all did it yet?
We still got to experience it. Yeah.
Okay.
I got something else to share. Go ahead.
Oh my
God! I do it. So we got the what's it, like the trainer thing.
Oh,
Is that what that is?
the toys? Oh, okay. That was for that. Okay.
I thought that's what that was. Well, excuse me. Well, yeah. So I thought that was to help you like get ready for that
No, that was for
other stuff.
That was just my
For her self pleasure. That's just
Yeah,
her.
wow. That's just her. Okay.
That's to incorporate into
Well, that just that threw away my whole thought pattern. Okay.
Got him!
Jeez. So we will definitely be trying that soon. Then, yeah, I didn't have no real reason for hesitation or anything.
This episode part 2. Be there.
Be there,
Be there.
be there.
Who's next?
You, she need to be next because I want to know. Because if that wasn't it, then what was it?
So I asked him if he wouldn't mind me eating his ass, right?
Oh,
Freak.
So at first he was like,
counter.
he did. He gave me this look at first. He gave me this look at first, and I was just like, well, I don't like limits, you know? And I'm like, something about just like looking at him. I don't know. When you look at your partner, you're like, God, Lee, they look great naked. Jesus. So, so me, I'm a girl that, you know, I like athletic bodies, you know? Like, it's nice when somebody has a nice butt to me. So I was looking at him.
There's a
I
lot
was
of
like,
squats.
no. I wanted to.
This is true.
That's the first thing that popped in my mind was like, I want to try that. So I brought it to him, and he just kind of gave me this look. It was like, yeah, okay, you know.
I'm telling y'all, it was like in my brain, it was like the, all right, dog.
Watch yourself.
What? You ain't all right, dog. You ain't never tried this. Now, are we sure we're gonna do this?
Are we gonna dive into this?
Are we gonna dive into it? And I was like, sometimes, y'all, you gotta, especially if you know your partner is kind of limitless. You never know if you're gonna like something. If you ain't tried it, you don't know. You don't know. And so I had to wrestle with my brain a little bit. I ended up pinning my brain, and I was like, all right, we doing it. Yeah. So I was like, okay, yeah, let's do that. Yeah.
So how was the experience?
It was great. Yeah. I was like, oh wait. Hey, hold on now. Whoa. Yeah. Hesitation at first, yeah, but I was all right. It was a great experience. Great experience.
See, I love that because once you do something so far out your comfort zone, it just makes everything else that you would do be like, okay, I've done that. Like, I could really push the limits of my sexuality. There's always something that's some type of story that somebody has. Like, I did this, and then once I did this, I realized I don't want to limit myself no more. Like, I was 100% against eating ass whatsoever. And then, like, I tried it.
I told you.
And
I told you. You ain't tell me shit.
That's 100% Friday, I think. But I have not looked back. It's one of the things that I love to do during sex because of the fact that it's like booty cheeks. That's it. Nah.
Booty gonna be in my hand.
The simple fact that you have your whole, like every single part of my lady's body now is my oasis. Yeah. And I am willing to please it in every single way now. Like the butt, I used to be like, nope, everything but the butt. But now it's like, it really opens it up to where like, damn, you're just a freaking sexy ass beast from toe to hair strand. Like everything about you. Like, I love to lick your hair strands. Like, I'm not into that. I'm not into that. I'm just playing.
Don't let it
But
fool you.
yeah, so I love it because it's like once you break those limits, you really open yourself up and say, okay, I'm not putting limits on me no more. However, I put limits on me with that. I don't judge it. I don't judge it whatsoever. If you like it,
It's not me.
Position you gotta get in.
I love that.
Like, did you put your foot on the stool? Did you toot your butt up? How did you get it up?
Gotta get you the
Did you lay
stance.
down?
Yeah.
Shower. Okay.
I just kind of got under
So I
there
didn't
like
have
a
to get,
mechanic.
No, we're not. I'm already short too, so I'm like, I just had to stand up. I'm already short, dog. I'm cool.
That's funny.
Short being short has its benefits, damn it.
Late, I wouldn't know.
Shut up, Eris. What was the question, Eris?
I don't remember.
anything that your partner asked you to do that you was hesitant about that you end up doing for them?
So I don't have anything for that. I am limitless to a degree. But like, no, well,
It's an oxymoron, bro.
honestly, I'm down to try anything as long as it's not like another person, like another dude or something.
Oh,
okay.
okay. I was like, where is he going?
Yeah. So like I have fantasies and stuff like that, but I know that might be a little unrealistic. But I would love to try a bunch of stuff, but you know, we have to do it more often for that to happen.
Okay.
I haven't asked for anything. I'm content with how things are.
Cool. Okay.
Oh, that's good. That's real good. I want y'all. No, there's no buts. I want y'all. I'm gonna skip up the butt. But because, okay, because you have entered into this new realm, I want y'all to just try a little bit more intimacy with each other. Like be intentional. Like
It's just me and I have to talk.
hands.
We can hold hands.
Suck on his,
I like how he's
Like touching her.
suck on her fingers.
See,
Not right now.
the crazy thing.
now.
This is what I mean about the unrealistic stuff. So you know when you see them like movies and stuff, and the man be like doing this in the car, or they hold hands in the car. Yeah. I try to do those things. I know she has.
We literally do that.
I know she has like her, her trauma from back then. I hate that word, but her trauma from back in the day. But when you see, like, everybody's different. So just because they hold hands doesn't mean the other person likes holding hands. And that was a very hard thing to realize with her. So like opening doors and stuff like that, she was like you, like I never had that before. And to me, I'm like, that should be standard. Like my dad said, don't let a woman walk on the right side of the road. They shouldn't be walking all there. I try to do that with her. What did she do? Deliberately disobey me and go around and do it anyway.
Let me get hit by the car.
Or be stubborn and yell at you because he over here trying to like. I'll tell him like, do you want to get destroyed? Get on that side.
Get right over there.
Tried to do and try to implement. It was always met with rejection. So then I'm like, well then what do I do? Like what can I do? What can I not do? And the things that she wanted, I hated it because I'm like, you don't want me to do anything. You basically just want me to sit here and play the game all day. And it was really like kind of frustrating because I'm like, there's no intimacy. Like we barely kiss. Like we don't kiss. And I felt like that was a standard thing in a relationship. But how she grew up or her experiences, she doesn't know how to kiss, or she just wasn't kissing other people to the point that it was comfortable. So I had to learn to respect that and be like, okay, maybe I can ease into it a different way. But I was immature in that aspect as to where I'm like, dude, that's freaking dumb. Like, let me kiss you. This is like
freaking dumb.
Yeah, I'm like, this is stupid. I'm like, but like as things progress, it got a bit better. But there is a lot of things that I have not done, and it's kind of a mental back and forth of like, man, I should have been a hoe in school because then I would have got it all out my system and blah blah. But that would never happen because I'm just not that type of person. Right. But so I don't think I could ever even fix my mouth or lips to do that. But it's definitely a work in progress.
So I want you to be a hoe, but with her.
I would love to.
I want you to be a hoe, but with her.
I would love to.
Like
be a mad hoe.
So now I love the fact that you said that you like set your stuff aside and you started moving things clutter. Now I want you to be intentional. Like romance is important in a relationship, or else you're gonna feel like best friends. And you're gonna be walking down the street holding hands like best friends, and still craving and desiring that romantic connection. And that's something that can be built even after you've been together for 7 years. Yeah. But you have to be intentional and do the small things. Like I want you to walk in with lingerie on him and say, take me down.
You know how long it took me to get her to get some lingerie? It was one time and I was like, okay. She's like, I don't. I'm like, shut up. Shut up.
I want you to wake her up to head.
Yeah.
That's not fair because I always.
Wait.
When is it my turn?
Hold on. And you're gonna have to eliminate that mindset that you have, because you're holding her past on her. So the more you do that, the more she operates in it. So now you're gonna have to see the queen in her, the goddess in her, and say, I know that you have this in you, and I'm gonna be the man that bring it out.
Suck my pee-pee. I know you can. I need you to do this for me. Come on. Just encourage her every day. He's like, you want to suck my pee-pee, queen?
But then you really have to be intentional and say, okay, I'm going to do this as well. I'm going to put my effort in as well. And I guarantee you the next year.
I'm going to suck it. I'm gonna do it.
Then be proud. With a smile.
I'm sucking and I'm proud. I'm sucking and I'm proud. Get your SpongeBob out.
Make sure you tell Josh that we did it.
Man, not the with a
Josh will be on
smile.
speed dial. Like Josh, mission accomplished. The bird has landed.
Oh, that's so funny. Okay, so we gotta try to finish this quickly. So quick answers. Okay, so next question. How important is climaxing?
Woo!
I
Very.
neglect myself to a point because I know sometimes I can take forever. So I know that she'll probably get hers maybe like 4 or 5 times in that one session, and I may not have gotten mine, and I'll just be like, okay.
If she got it 4 or 5 times in that session, that means she didn't climax.
I don't. I guess I just don't know what climax means. I mean, so like, is she orgasms? Is that climax, or is that not climax?
Climax is at the very end to where she can't go no more. It's like,
Well, I mean, kind of when I hear the, I think that's when it's. I think that's the end.
So when she turns into a bear, that's when.
Yeah,
That's when it's good.
so for a lady, there's a difference between coming and climaxing. You coming and she could just like, oh yeah, that's a release. But climaxing is.
So have you?
So have you?
Do you often? Am I not doing my job?
Ladies can climax and still go for their partners. Unlike guys, once they climax, it's done. So that's where that communication come in and be like, okay, are you done? Like sometimes they're just there, like, I can't wait till this be over.
Forever sometimes because it's not done when I want to. Because typically when I want to, she doesn't want to, and at that point in time, that's where I'm like. I'm there, blah, blah. But then, she's like, well, can we do it? And I'm like, not really in the mood, but I'm a guy. Who's going to say no? But in my mind, I want to say no to spite her because she'll make me mad. And then I'm like, you know what? I'm going to get back at her by telling her no. But then when I get in there, I'm like, no. All right, let's do it. Let's do it, yeah. And that's what happens. But in that moment, it's going to take me longer because like I'm forcing myself to get to that point when I wasn't there. So, it'll take me, 30 minutes to an hour, 2 hours, still going. But, she'll be like, I'm dying over here. And I'm like, look,
I'm freaking dying.
Wrap it up.
And I'm like, I don't know what to tell you.
We gotta wrap it up.
Maybe some foreplay, maybe something to help because I'm doing all the work.
Yes.
I'm dying.
More foreplay.
I'm dying.
Yes.
I'm telling you, man, foreplay is huge.
Yes.
Don't talk about foreplay because that's one of my questions.
That was my answer.
So back to that question. How important is climaxing?
Very. Because I don't know, for me, it's running 100 meter and stopping at 95. You know what I mean? It's when you cross the finish line, it's It's the feeling of it, man. I love the feeling of being able to just lay down, look at her also just laying down like, yeah.
We did that.
We did good.
High five.
In the juice box.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I just after that
Want some fruit snacks?
after
your
climaxing, at least on my end, other things that may be happening in my life just get the volume turned down.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I have to focus on anything else.
Worry about
everything else is
nothing.
just out, gone.
Yep.
And that's why I did a post recently where a lot of people came up there and debated, and I was like, I'm not going to change my answer with this. I just used him as an example, but that may not be the case. But before Aisha came to the Olympics versus Aisha coming to the Olympics, Steph was averaging 7 points.
Yeah.
But after she came, 30 points. And I was like, the power of the pussy. Like, you read the book and it talks about stuff like that. Like, you have power within your vagina. And when you are able to give somebody that you care about that sexual energy, it can ignite into them and turn the negative things down and turn their passions up so that when they go out to the field, they can navigate. I'm not saying that in a way to where the pressure is on you, because that's not the case. It's your perception. I'm saying that in a way to let you know that you have power within your body. You are a key to our success. And if you utilize that in a way to where we
in a way to where it can be healthy and everything, then we can win. It's just like anything.
I'm like, I can do anything. Right?
I could be successful with a pencil, but I could also be successful with a pen. I don't even need a pencil or a pen to be successful. But at the same time, if I have something to write with and take notes down, then it gives me more power to remember things so that when I'm going out to speak, then I know that I could look back at my notes and say, oh yeah, that's something I wanted to talk about, versus having no utensil. Like you are that pencil within our life that can give us more power if we learn how to utilize it in a healthy way, not us taking from you, but us giving into each other.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, anybody else?
I think it's important because if I don't feel like I've climaxed, and he'll be like falling asleep because he feel good and everything.
I do. I do.
I will be there like I can't sleep. I'm thinking about a million things. I want to look at my phone. Like, you know, I'm sitting there like, should I grab my toy or should I just, I look at him, I'm like, well, hell, he's asleep. So I just, you know, I just do what I do, you know, and just hop on him even if he's asleep. Cause I'm like, I'm not done. You know, I gotta get there or I can't sleep.
Right.
I have to, or I will be up all night and I'll be looking at him like, how you sleep right now? Like, wake up.
Sexual frustration is real.
Yes,
Sexual frustration is real as hell.
It is.
And it's like naturally we want to care for you, we want to love you, we want to caress you, we want to do everything. But even me as a pleaser that wants to only please my partner, I still have desires that need to be met in order for me to feel satisfied with the experience. And if I'm not getting that, eventually it's going to be like,
Why?
Temptation.
why are we here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you answer already?
No, I forgot the question.
What, how important is? There's something about the left side. I feel.
Hey, you heard it repeated too. I don't hear none of that. None of that.
We ain't talking about me.
Talk about you.
How important is climaxing?
For me, then
Is it that?
it's.
That's interesting.
I'm not, like I said before, like I'm not like a 20-something-year-old anymore. So it's like I'm just like trying to help you out. So as long as you good, I can go back to like doing the dishes, doing the laundry, tending to the kids. Like I try to like divert my attention to him when it's time to do that.
Do you think that you are neglecting yourself in a way?
No.
Not at all?
No.
Do you think that, not saying that you are, just trying to ask questions. Do you think that this stems from, like, going back to the trauma aspect, to where you try to escape sex and you don't really involve yourself personally? So you're not putting your energy into it. So now it's like you're neglecting the energy that you can give into him because you're neglecting yourself. And when you neglect yourself, you neglect him as well.
Bars.
Oh, yeah, that was a good question. That was a very good question. I don't think that I'm neglecting myself due to my trauma. I think that I don't find sex as important as he does. Like for him, like he mentioned earlier, how like physical touch, that's his thing. For me, it's acts of service.
I don't know.
I want
about
you
that
to like
one,
get up and do
because
something
I be
around
doing
the house.
stuff and I still get yelled at.
Whatever.
I don't know.
Like I want you to like do things for me outside of the bedroom because like I am more experienced than him. So I don't think of it as like a connection type of thing as much as he does.
Oh, okay.
Like I am aware that it's like a form of connection with my husband, but not to the same degree.
So this is where this could kind of go deep in a way. Y'all ready?
Y'all, if we can go deep, Josh is gonna do it,
put
y'all.
us in a very dark place.
Going in there.
It's not a dark place. It's about to be a place of light because healing is light.
Excellent.
So,
No.
so do you feel as if when you first began the relationship, the lack of experience he's had made you get bored within the relationship?
No, not at all.
So do you feel as if the sex, are you completely satisfied in the level of things that you have done with him?
Yes, I am. Yeah, but I will say that also the fact that I have more experience comes into play because I don't feel like I have to like explore as much because I've done more.
But it's not exploring.
Versus,
It's not. It's because I think that you're still thinking of it in like, okay, so how can I expand? And you've expanded a lot,
Yeah.
so it's not that much further that you can go, and I can get that as
go,
well.
but for him, there's definitely a lot more that he wants to do.
But have you explored with him? Have you
No.
explored him?
That's
Have you
it.
explored his heart?
That's
Have
it.
you explored his
Not
penis? Have you
as-
explored his body?
No, Josh.
So then that's where you have to ask yourself.
No, Joshua. I have not.
So then that will be the challenge because I think that you have taken, going back to the trauma and how people have hurt you, you have taken so much abuse in it to where it's like you kind of close yourself down to when you finally got to explore him, he's been neglected and that you haven't really explored him. Like my partner, whoever I'm with, say for instance, if me and Devonna had broke up, which we're not, so sorry y'all. But,
Sorry, not sorry.
say for instance, if me and Vanna was to break up, like now I'm with a new person. I'm going to learn that person to my dying day. Every single page that she has within her body, I'm going to explore and study upon until the day I die because there's going to be new words that's going to be written every single year, every single second of their life because there's things that I like now that I didn't like 5 years ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Tell me about eating ass 5 years ago.
Oh, get the hell out of my face. Get out my face.
Tell me about eating ass now.
Okay.
Dive right into it.
That's it.
So, you're neglecting yourself from experiencing the romance in your relationship because you have kind of allowed the abuse to hold you back from exploring Eris.
Yeah.
Because Eris isn't going to give you the same experience that those guys have.
exactly.
He's more intensive to you.
Yeah.
He's more passionate about you. He's more compassionate about you. He cares about you more. He don't want to, this guy has told me some things that you guys have chatted about in a way to where it's like trying to heal and stuff. And he told me things that y'all would explore and he was like, hell no, I just want her. I just want her. That's the only woman I want. That's the only woman I need. And I'm going to do whatever I can for my family. Like, so this guy loves you and he's going to do to your body that nobody has ever done before. And you're neglecting yourself from experiencing that because you have closed yourself low-key on it. So I want you to low-key open yourself up a little bit.
Learn
If y'all
something new every
seen
day.
when Ed and Eddie, when Ed ate the whole bed mattress, that's what I'm trying to do. The whole mattress.
I remember
You
that.
ain't never had the whole mattress.
I remember that. I remember that.
It's been 7 years, girl. It's time for you to get your whole mattress, eh? Let him devour it. Let him caress it. Let him. Next question. How do you initiate sex?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, God.
I was just so awkward, bro. Like,
Tis awkward.
What do you say? Like, what's that?
like for real, we'll just, okay, I'll use her. We'll just be chilling and she'll be doing this bull crap. You want to do it? And I'll be like,
Wanna do
and
it?
I'll be like, yeah. and then we go do it.
That's hilarious.
But then
Wanna
when
do
I
it?
ask, I'm like,
Wanna do it?
trying to do it. And she's like, I don't really feel like it. My head hurt. I'm tired. Not right now. Maybe tomorrow.
I gotta go to work.
So have you tried other methods? Because here goes sex. Sex is an all-day thing. So if you think that you are just going to be able to just come up and be like, you want to have sex, there's no romance in that. There's no.
Because she told me, because it used to be times where, well, I honestly thought it was like our thing or just like playing around where I would text her and be like, hey, trying to do it? Trying to blah, blah. And then she would be like, yeah. But then later on, she's like, I hate when you do that. And I'm like, okay. So then I started
Bashing
asking
her.
So then I asked her because she's like, why don't you just ask me? And I'm like, okay. I'm like, can we do it? No. And I'm like, so then I felt like you wanted to just tell me no in person. So that became an issue later on, like a very bad, deep-rooted issue
wow.
Yeah.
to the point where it was like I'm like, I felt like she was trying to play like a mind game with me. Like, you don't want me to text it, but then you want me to humiliate myself by saying it to you just so you can deny me in person. And that's how I took it.
Real quick, let me ask you, because this is really going to probably be an eye-opener. The sexual trauma that you have felt, because I know people be on that bullshit, because I had a lot of sexual trauma myself and stuff from people. And so how did it make you feel? Like in a quick answer.
It made me feel like I was like a 15, 16, 17-year-old girl again. Like dealing with like the little boys, the horn dogs.
And that's just
That's what that felt like.
no, not with what he said or what he did. How did a sexual trauma in your life make you feel? Like pretty much
Just
it's
a
just
deviant, basically, because it's like in that moment you don't have any control. Then you go and do anything and everything, and you think that's not having control. And that's what I had to learn.
so you felt like you didn't have control when you was dealt with those situations and stuff.
Yeah.
So then when you finally give him a little bit of control in time to try to do something, you deny him and place the same trauma on him that you experienced.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's where you have to understand to where it's like you're doing the same thing to him in a minor way. No, it's not trauma dumping, because trauma dumping is something else. But you're doing something to him in a minor way, in a minor way, but the same things that happen to you.
Yeah, exactly.
So no's and yeses cultivate our relationship.
Yeah.
Like, especially in the beginning of the relationship, you cultivate your relationship so strong in the beginning of the relationship to where it's like things that I would do for the rest of my life is being placed right now. So if I run up and give you hugs and hug you with all my heart, and then eventually you tell me you don't like that, don't touch me.
Yeah,
so now I'm not going to do that no more.
Exactly.
So now you have to deal with that, and that's difficult to deal with because it's going to be weird to try to bring the romance back. But that's where that intention and effort has to come in, because lack of effort is one of the keys enemies to the relationship. And if you want to defeat your enemy, you have to say, okay, I don't give a damn about how it makes me feel awkward. I do want romance, and I'm going to romance this man. I'm going to romance this woman.
That's the hardest thing for me. In my mind, I can like watch him come in the house from work. I can watch myself give him a kiss, hug him. Hey, how was your day? When he walks through that door, I'm like, I don't know, like I feel so shut off.
And that's normal.
Yeah.
You are not weird. You are not different.
Thank God.
You are not.
What do you mean by like shut off?
Hold on. Because shut off means. Oh, go ahead and explain real quick.
So for me, it's like I can envision me doing these things, like all the intimate things that don't equal sex. Hugging you, touching you, putting my hand on your leg, telling you, hey, it's gonna be like, I can do this right now, and it feels natural. We could be in the car down the road for 5 miles, and I'll be like, I want to do it. I want to touch, like, I want to physically be on him, but my body is just like, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it.
See, and that's why you still got to do it. But the thing about that is that you got to train your mind. Like I said, sex is an all-day thing.
Yeah.
It's not just when they walk into that door. It would be a lot easier for you to want to jump on him if you're ever here sending him texts like, babe, I love you. No, or it could just be, just sexy ass. I can't wait to pull your ass.
Thinking that that's what that would lead to, but
I don't like
she
pictures.
said that she hates pictures. And mind you, we used to.
What kind of pictures?
Nudies.
Yeah. So like I'll just be bored one day and I'll send it, and even though like it was a point where she said, I hate when you do that, and I was like, okay, and then I stopped doing it, and then I did it one day because I was just bored, and I just did it anyway, and she blew up at me.
Is there a reason why you don't like it?
Happened, it made everything worse.
I'll just say for me, it doesn't do nothing for me. Like,
that's fair.
if I was a guy and like my girl's like, and I'm at work having a horrible day, and my girl send me like a topless pic, I'd be like, oh. Yes. I'm having the best day of my life.
Yes.
But me personally, I just
absolutely
That's
true.
what I've been hoping I wake up to.
One day, I'm getting there.
I'm getting there.
I'm learning. But for me, it's just nudies don't do anything for me.
For you? Okay.
Like physically seeing him in person, completely different story in my head.
And that's the learning part.
But it's just the act. Like I gotta get there.
Let me tell you another aspect about
get
intimacy.
there.
Let me tell you another thing about intimacy. You know what I got? Intimacy is not loving your partner the way you want to be loved. Intimacy is loving your partner the way that he wants to be loved.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
you gotta
I
do
want
it.
my thing sucked
So-
from the back.
So right now, I want y'all to tell y'all partner one thing that would turn you on, that you want from your relationship.
If I was asleep, I want you to just go to town.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead. All right, Sheena, tell them something that you
I'll
want.
lay her like a fish. You just do whatever.
I want more back rubs. And the ironic thing,
Okay.
I don't like people touching me. I don't like people touching me.
So do you want? Okay, so tell them what kind of back rest. While you're laying down,
so-
while you're standing up, while you're sitting down.
Can I add to that real quick?
Yes.
So I was going to be a massage therapist. I love doing that stuff. So when I do give her back rubs, when we first started, she wasn't really feeling it because she's like, I don't like people touching me or whatever the case may be. So it was something that kind of irritated me because I'm like, I can't do anything. Like I literally can't do anything. Then she finally eased up and she lets me, do that. But
what I said.
I don't do just normal like back. Like I do the whole.
No, he be
motion.
getting up in there, and I be sitting there like, oh, I
Yeah,
can't wait
so-
to go to sleep. 'Cause this feel
and
good.
I'm like, this is stuff that I was doing at the beginning, but like you just had. I guess I just had to like bear with her on that.
And I think that we all dealt with those situations to where at the beginning they didn't want something, but now they do.
Yeah.
And I've dealt with it a lot. And it's like you got to accept them for who they are now. I think that's very important. If you continue to try to date the past them, then you're not doing them service.
Yeah,
You-
agreed.
They grown up, they've transformed, they evolved. So you got to accept them for who they are. Sheena,
Amazing.
she wants back rubs. What do you want?
I just want him to be a little more romantic and
mean? Because that's broad.
I mean, like, instead of just going right into sex, like, like I like if, and he did it one time, so I know he's listening. To put some music on. Yeah, that. put some music on, or do like a full body massage before going right into it, or a little more foreplay. I'm a touchy person, so like, and he's had a female that didn't like to be fingered. I do, so it's like, no, do that to me, like touch me wherever. Don't be timid on how you touch me. That's my love language.
Don't let your past relationships hold you back from
Yeah.
things that your current partner won't.
I'm gonna eat you like a mattress. And this is what I was saying.
Okay, so what is something that you want from her?
That's a tough one.
Don't give me that. Oh, there's nothing. She does
That
everything.
man's got the life right now. That man's got the life right now. He is fine.
I'm actually pretty content, but I mean, if I gotta say something, because I'm actually pretty straight on it.
Lingerie, more.
That's
Feed him
so
while
crazy
you
you said that. I had that in my head, but I was like, is that asking too much?
That's not asking too much. It's asking what you
More
want.
lingerie, because I do that.
It's more
He wants to
lingerie.
be fed
Say
while
it.
you have the lingerie.
Say it. Say what you want.
Yes.
Just say you need more, baby.
Yeah, I gotta do the romantic thing a little.
So we're gonna have to do this part two because I'm gonna have to do one more question to go through the situational, and then we're gonna have to end it. So with that being said, next question: would you have or have you had a threesome?
I have never. I would like to possibly see it. Or be
You said that like somebody who's never had one too. Yeah.
But yeah,
said-
I have done nothing
I have.
at all.
He said,
He
at
said,
all.
I would like to see that. What?
Yeah,
I plead the fifth.
You have?
That means she has.
she has.
Pled the fifth.
Literally means yes.
Yeah, who means yes? That's all I checked.
I have partake. I've partook. Yes, I have had a threesome.
So how many have y'all had? Or no, that's we're gonna ignore that. But yeah. So how was the experience? Oh wait, correction. I'm sorry. Yours don't count. That's a no. Have y'all partaken in a threesome together?
No.
No,
Not yet.
I would never.
we have not.
I have not.
I would like to see that.
But not partake.
Oh, so let's go to the side.
I would like to.
I just think that with us being married and I'm like very like biblical with it, I don't know if that would be the right thing with me being married. It never really crossed my mind to even want to do it. Like I've always wanted to like see it or possibly be around. Like I always said, I wanted to see an orgy.
I want to see it.
But you know, I want to see it.
So you would like to see it in person, and that's it. So
Like be around it, but not have to partake.
so you don't want to. My question to you is: would you partake with her? Would you want to partake with her? Is it your desire to partake with her? Because this is where you could be blunt and be open and
So
say what you want.
when you say partake with her, do you mean partake with her with the other person, or just partake with just her but other people around?
Threesome. So with
If
somebody
he
else.
was a clone.
Not a clone.
So I said if there was a clone of me, I would definitely double dip my wife. But considering we can't clone, I guess that is a no.
So no threesome.
Double dip.
For me, I say absolutely not, because the thought of another female touching him, and I'm not a jealous person. Like, I'm not jealous at all. I would knock her head off.
Yeah.
Like, just a female complimenting
I'm not a jealous
him.
person at all.
What happened?
Oh, like just a female complimenting him.
Oh wow.
In my presence, like in a like semi-disrespectful way. Like, oh, he's fine. Like, hello, do you not see this ring on my finger?
I can see
Like,
that part.
keep that to yourself. But yeah, like I couldn't do it. Like as a married person, no. Single, that's a different story. But married, like I married him with a purpose, to share my life with him and with him only. Not to pass him
happy to hear that.
around. What?
He's happy to hear that.
See, I'm nice.
He's
Touch
happy,
her
happy
leg.
to see
Touch my
that.
leg.
Touch your leg.
Touching it, I'm touching.
Happy to see that.
Well, yeah, but I mean, for me,
like
like
rub her leg up and down. Slowly.
Starting a fire over there.
But yeah, I couldn't imagine like sharing him in that way with somebody else. If that was the case, I would just be single.
I love that y'all in line with that. So okay, that's beautiful. Y'all too.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm jealous and I don't play in a point to where it's like if it's happening behind my back. So I feel like, I mean, we've gone dancing before and I'm like, go dance with her. Like, I want to watch. Like, he went and found
It's a
her.
trap.
No, he went and tried to find somebody to dance with. Only there wasn't nobody to dance with. But like, I like it. I kind of get off on it if he's doing that in front of me. I just don't like the secretive
secrecy.
stuff. That's what I don't like. Is if you're gonna want to try something, talk to me about it and do that in front of me. As far as threesomes go, like, man, we've been trying, but we've been getting couples, and I'm like, I don't want a couple, just like
I don't want to swing.
right. I don't want a couple.
It's a lot of swingers
You
out
stay
here.
home. Let's just borrow her, like, you know. But I don't feel like I would have a problem with that. We've set rules in place, and it was just like, you know, when you start to finish, that goes to me, not her. I am the main,
That
you
is
know.
weird.
So we're just having fun with her, and then she go home.
Yeah.
You know.
Would
That's
you
just
ever
me.
open your relationship at all, or no?
Would I ever open
Hell
it?
no, man.
No.
Hell
You want to have
no.
fun? We do that with us
Together.
in the house.
The fact that y'all, especially because of
what
the
do you
fact that
guys
y'all
mean by
are willing to explore together. I mean, like y'all, you winning. You're winning, Mighty. You're winning. You're a champion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Champion.
I thought
Yeah, we're closed.
completely closed.
Open relationship was like y'all just go do your own thing,
Yeah,
but you
pretty
still
much.
come back to each other.
I don't know,
Okay,
man.
because
I
the way you
couldn't
said
do
it, I
that.
thought it. Okay.
Yeah, that's basically it. Like
No,
you
we don't-
open
we
your
don't open it.
relationship.
Yeah,
where
I don't-
you have
I don't-
your
I don't see the point in that. You might as well
I
be
have my
you,
side.
you would never. You could never do that.
I'll say from me personally, the life that I've lived, the experiences that I've had, being enlisted in the side chick army unknowingly,
Side chick army.
I did not give up my old life to marry somebody for us to go be
to do
single
that
people
again.
together.
Right. Yep.
I don't want to do that. I have a family. I have children. When they grow up, I want my kids to see the thing that I didn't have, which was a
Right.
healthy two-parent
Loving each
household.
I feel that.
Right.
I want to love him. I want him to love me. I want for us to love our children together under the same roof in a healthy environment.
Yes.
If it ever got too toxic, let's go. Like you do you, I do me. I've told him day one, I'm not holding you hostage. If you ever feel like you don't want to be here, you can go.
Well, sometimes I would like to feel that
You ain't going nowhere.
Where you going?
See, that's a turn on right there.
Yeah, when somebody do show that they desire you to stay, it
yeah.
definitely is.
Because we've had certain talks, which I think might have negatively impacted. But a few days ago, we had said that if we, that we, what was it? That we prepared
What was the
for
question?
if we
Yeah,
What was the
weren't
question?
We were like
gonna deal
mentally
with each
prepared.
other. If we got a divorce and how we
Yeah.
will feel with the divorce. People say that they'll be okay, be like, oh yeah, you do your thing, I do my thing. I don't really
He
think
would
that
be
that's how.
devastated.
Absolutely.
And on the outside, I would just be regular RBF, like, can you come get the kids this weekend? On the inside, I would be dead.
Dying.
I would be
Yes.
dead in a corner, fetal position, straight up.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
because
just
I've
nice to
done
know
it.
they care.
Like,
Yeah.
because I've done that. Because there was a point when I was pregnant with our second child, we broke up. I broke up with him.
She
I,
left me.
I was
I
tired
was
of him.
listening to Shiloh Dynasty for like 2 weeks, and I was just
God.
sitting there with my nightlight. It
I was
horrible.
tired. Look, I was tired
Well,
of
this
him.
is life.
I was tired of the drama, but
Marvin's
like
room.
after a certain point, I'm like, look, we got these kids. We've already established our life for the last, at that point, 3 years. What else am I gonna
And she
do?
fixed me up to get back. That's how it happened. That's how it happened. That's how they get
But
you.
for me, it was like, what else am
Get
I
your
gonna
ass
do?
back here.
Go find me somebody to go play stepdad to my kids. To play stepdad to my oldest. I'm like, nah.
Step
I
squared.
was like, I got somebody right here that has shown me enough love and it's patience. I am so grateful that he is as patient as he is. Because if the shoe was on the other foot, I would have kicked myself to the curb a long time ago. I know myself.
I would have kicked me
I
out.
would have kicked me out a long time ago. I tell everybody, can somebody adopt me? Like, we need to do an adult adoption. Like, I gotta go. But he's been extremely patient, more patient than Job, and I'm grateful. And I'd probably break somebody's neck
Josh
over
is
him.
rushing us.
And that's what it comes down to. Like, I love him, and we've established our lives together, and it is what it is.
Man, just go get a room already. Shoot, we got to stop this podcast because they over here just talking and talking and talking.
Part 2 coming soon.
Crap, I need to hurry to this situation though. But I would say that I love how relationships are nowadays because of the fact that there are people that is embracing different style of relationships. I have done an open relationship before. I absolutely loved it. It's the ability to be free together, but know that you're still coming back to each other. And monogamous, I could do monogamy. I could do pretty much almost any relationship, I believe now, because of the fact that I ventured out to that open relationship. And it was enjoyable. It was fun. It was exciting. And it was just like, yeah, it was the ish, honestly, in my opinion. But it's not for everybody. Yeah. And you can't get into an open relationship thinking just because I want to have more pussy in my life or more It has to be intentional. It has to be a reason, and it has to be done with rules in place, or else you're going to allow chaos to enter into your relationship.
Right.
So, in order for you to do it, you have to make sure that you're doing it with somebody that has order. If you are doing it with somebody that don't have no order within their life, it's not going to work because they're going to take it, and then they might even catch feelings for somebody else or other stuff, or bring other type of things, get pregnant, not wear condoms, so on and so forth. Bring certain things into the house that wasn't in the house. So,
Evil spirits.
Yes.
Sage.
so before we end this podcast, situational. Your lady's on the side. She laying down. How you gonna initiate sex? And how do you want to initiate? How do you want him to initiate sex? Go.
Spoon. 1000%.
Initiate sex?
Yes, she's on the side, laying down.
Yeah.
And how you gonna initiate?
Lick my finger and touch it.
Get real close to her.
Touch
For
it.
some, I like to always start top.
Doesn't really do a whole lot for me.
Doesn't it?
I think I kind of
So the thing about that is that blood flow. So if you could get the blood flow flowing to her body and then get it flowing to her areola, then her areola would be more sensitive to the touch. But if you just go straight forward, it's like, oh, you touched my boobs. Yeah, I'm a cow.
What did you doing?
I'm not a cow.
Yes, but so it's like sensual touch, caressing, giving her more, and then going for like teasing her, touching her body, going close to the private part, then don't touch it, like make her want it. That's more power too. So, how do you want it? From the side.
Typically, if I'm getting like back kisses and stuff at the same time, and then he goes for like my nipple or something.
I ain't done that.
No, I mean you have, but you don't go for like my nipple for a while you're kissing.
I don't
my
want
back.
y'all to attack what the other person say. I'm not saying that you're attacking, but I just want y'all to listen. Just be like, okay. And then take it on.
So, like, if I'm getting back kisses and he's, like, rubbing my nipples for a while and then he kind of, like, goes downward, then I start to already, like, get there. You know what I'm saying? And then from there, we can kind of go into it. But I didn't used to have a whole lot of feeling in there because I used to wear nipple clamps too much. So, like, I need, like, a while of, like, rubbing and kissing before I can start feeling it in my nipples.
Blood flow.
Yeah.
So, Sheeta, how would you like?
Just spoon me. Because that's typically how it starts. When there's no verbal initiation, it's definitely just spooning.
Okay. How would you like to start?
I don't mind the spooning. It makes it a little bit more easier. But I typically like to, if I do that, I like to, because I'm a huge boob guy. So like I'm touching boob.
We love boobs.
I'm rubbing butt.
We love boobs. Please don't let me hanging.
Yeah. I'm going for the nipple.
So that's just so that y'all can have a little thing that y'all can do tonight. So get on your side. No, you do the motherfucking Yanni massage. I don't want to talk. Yeah. You too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send y'all the videos.
All right, bet. I don't know how to spell that.
Oh Lord.
Can't spell it.
So this is part 1 of the couples episode. We're definitely gonna have these 4 come back again because we love them, gosh. But this is the beautiful part about sex is an enhancement to your relationship, and depending on how you learn it with your partner determines how romantic you guys can be. If you think that you're going to be romantic without sex, you're playing yourself, and you have to be able to embrace it. I know that you've been hurt in some places. I know that you've struggled with some places. I know it's hard to communicate with the other person sometimes. I know that you deal with other issues that could come up in between. But if you're in this relationship, you have committed yourself to say, and to do the things that they desire and to take that all on your hand. It's like now you're saying you ain't got to worry about all these other girls. You ain't got to worry about all these other guys because I'm going to be that person that you need. You can't say that and then leave them dry in the sex department all because you don't want to. Because then what happens is that the sexual frustration comes and the relationship begins to mess up. So in order for you to gain strength within your relationship, these conversations have to happen, which is why Blunt Josh is here. So with that being said, not introduce, but end it off. Let's tell us your social media, tell us what you're about, and then we're gonna cut it.
All right, so as far as social media goes, I go by Anicia Jane. On Instagram, I go by Anicia Jane _24 _.
On Instagram, I am Mighty Brown, MYTI.
On Instagram, you can find me at Wolf Gotti. That's 2 T's. And Facebook, Eris Davis.
Yep, you can find me on Instagram, Sheena B Just. That's me, regular degular.
And you already know where to find me because it's already right here. You see it? You see it? Okay, whatever. Anyways. So now I want you to go ahead and take the same energy that we put onto this table and use it for your life. I want you to go into your life and say what you want to say. Be who you want to be. Don't care about what family, friends, or anybody say about how you need to talk about your sex life. I want you to go into your life and be blunt. Out.
What was the question?
I said out.